Hello friends, today we'll be learning about a new database programming language called as SQL. So before going into detail about what actually SQL is and what actually SQL does, let us first know what actually data is. Data basically are the figures or the facts which are stored in our computer and are used by it. So what happens over here is we used to store the data in papers and files before we were not aware about the database languages or before the computers were not there. So in that case, if I take an example that I have a company and 10,000 employees work in my company, if I need to find the data for an employee A, then I will have to go through all the paperwork develop for 10,000 employees, and then I will have to find the data for that particular employee. So that will get a very hectic procedure to do that. So now what eventually happened is we all started storing the data online, and that formed an database. So where SQL comes into picture, SQL is the language which communicates with the database in layman term. So what actually SQL is? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It basically deals with databases and it communicates with the database. It can be used to pull, edit, or add some more information to that particular database stored. So why should we learn SQL is the first question. So SQL is one language that probably should be learned regardless of the domain, according to my understanding. Because if you are in business field and you have the data to deal with sales, profit, then earnings and etc. There are many other factors that we should be considering. So in that case, if we have a knowledge about database, we can manage our data properly, and we will not have to waste so much time if we can just find the data by pulling it out of the database. And if we are in sales background, even then this comes into handy. There are many data that we need to handle. If we are a social media marketer, we have to deal with lots and lots of data of the social media. So in that case, if you have the knowledge of database, it will be very helpful to you. In this way, database languages can be beneficial in many ways. If you want, I can make a video about that as well. So SQL languages also has a lots and lots of variations depending on the company. Some companies use it for some other reasons, and some other companies use it for some other reasons. So there are variations made in the database according to their requirements. And this language is the specific kind of language which deals with a relational database. We'll be learning about relational database in the next video, which I will be making for SQL. So stay tuned for that. Before that, let's go further into what SQL is. So we will be using SQL Server Management Studio for our tutorials. So this is how SQL Server Management Studio looks like. We have two options to log into SQL Server Management System. That is Windows Authentication and SQL Server Authentication. Windows Authentication, we don't have to put the user ID and password, but if we go into SQL Server Authentication, we'll have to configure the login ID and password, and we will be using it to log in. So I'll be using Windows Authentication. So if I'm trying to connect, so what is happening over here is it is not authenticating me to log in. If it would have authenticated me, I would have logged in some time. So I'm getting this error. So we can know why we are getting this error. What we can do is we can go into services to check why are we getting this error, because we know that we have just installed SQL, so there might be some service that might not be working for SQL. So let me search SQL over here. So This should be working and running fine to write the codes, and this is the SQL which is automatic, but we can see over here that the service has not been started. So let us start the services and then we can try again later to log in. Okay, it's been started, so let us try to log into the server. You can see there might be some problems which can arise due to some uh, problems in services. So we need to be efficient to know what exactly is the problem if we are not getting to log into the server. Now the second thing is there are some databases that are already created by the while installing itself. So this is how it looks. Whatever database we create, that will get added over here, and then we can create tables, we can enter some data, we can play with some data to know how this language works, and I'll be showing you all of that in deep explanation. So this is the basic overview of SQL. So let us know how it works. So you can download SQL by going to uh, the Microsoft website for SQL. You can scroll down and you can see you have an option to install for Windows if you have Windows, or some other system if you have some other system. So how it works is this is our database system, and it is connected to the data for other companies or other customers or other databases. So how does this work? It actually works, all the data gets uh, feed over in the database. So whatever data we need in our time, we can remove it by writing some simple queries, and we will get the exact data what we need. So let us understand, and one more thing, that this is not a database server, this is the client tool we use to get the data from the server. So that is one more point. So now how the data looks like, this is how the data looks like when we go into the table. So there is no name for the table, so let us assume that it is the data for the employees. So if you see over here, this is the tabular format, and if I need to get the data for this particular employee, that is Brown Scott, I can write a simple query to get the data for this particular person according to his name, and we will get the output with the complete data for this particular employee. We will be looking into it. Don't get confused by it. I'm just explaining you what exactly SQL does. So now, what is this image all about? These are three tables. Which are interconnected. So this column in this table is connected indirectly to this column in this table, so that if we want certain data situated in this table for this particular data, we can remove the data combining the two tables and we can get the complete data. For example, if this is an item and I just want the amount that is being earned, so what I can do is I can write such a query which gives me this particular item and the amount for that particular item. I know it's confusing, but you will be understanding it in detail. And these are the list of customers. So, and this is the column which is interconnecting both the tables. So now which customer has bought which product, we can get it from here. From here, it's an item which has the particular amount, and this is the amount, and this is the customer ID through which we can link to the particular table and we can get all the information we need. And this is the basic format on how the tables are interconnected and made. So this particular thing you can see over here are the data types which we need to add while creating a table. So don't take tension, we will be getting into all the details in the further videos. So stay tuned, and I'll be making many more videos and many more programming languages like Python, HTML, CSS. I'll also be making videos on social media marketing, and hopefully I'll be posting videos on finance, stock markets, and I'll be developing a session for that as well. So please like the video. If you have any suggestions, please comment down whatever suggestions you have or whatever improvement you think I could give in my videos, and please subscribe to the channel for all the quality content. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time in watching my video. uh, Thank you so much, guys.